podcast, Roulette, guys. I'm gonna want you guys to just introduce yourselves, and then I'm gonna spit out random topics at you, rapid fire. And then once I feel like the conversation is dying down, I'm gonna give you some new topics, and then we'll just clip it all together, and you'll see it on Monday or whatever.
Perfect.
I love it.
All right.
And don't piss off Howie.
Yeah, because, I'm ready to argue.
Hot Take Howie in the building. All right, just go ahead, intro yourselves, and then we'll start.
My name is Jazz Hill. I'm from Calabasas, and yeah.
Hi, I'm Morgan Wright. I'm from Long Beach, but I live in LA. I'm a film colorist.
My name is Hot Take Howie. Yes, I'm from New Haven, Connecticut, but I've lived in LA for the last 4 years now, and I'm ready to argue.
That's cool.
Okay, finish the line. I define cheating as blank.
Looking.
Looking,
If
period.
you have eyes, you're cheating. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, how about you? What do you think?
Any kind of outside emotional attachment. Going to send that text is cheating. Like, don't do anything that you don't want me to know you're doing. Simple as that, right? Like, you're not going to send the text in private. You're not going to, there shouldn't be anything to at least another man that that you wouldn't want to do in front of me, that you wouldn't want to show me. So
Yeah. I define cheating as any form of entertainment that could be talking, it could be emotional connection, physical connection. I even said outside, even a spiritual connection. I think spiritual is the deepest and worst one of all, is having that with someone, because that's how you know that's probably the most real. But any of those, just aligning with someone, period, in a sense.
wow, spiritual connection too.
For sure.
So if we both like God the same, that's cheating.
Okay. Like, if you both sort of have the same spiritual understanding, and let's say you have bonded with this person in a way of praying together, in a way of, going to church together, or maybe just having the same perspective, seeing eye to eye, and you can fall in love with people in that sense. A lot of people do for those very specific reasons. So absolutely.
Do you hear that, folks? You cannot go to church, okay?
Hey, well,
Do y'all hear that?
My question is, who's riding in the car together? Because that's the problem there. And why are you sitting next to each other?
Well, what if you don't go to church and I do, and this person goes to church, and it's like, hey, babe, I'm about to go to church with Sabrina, or what?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, we're also talking in terms of like physical actions combined, like physical. We're really dumbing it down to talking about just church. I'm talking about even more so like a deeper alignment with a person in, when you, it's hard to explain, but when you're in love and when you are really connected with the person, you feel it in a different spiritual way. And that's also what I'm talking about, is you just feel it. You feel and you know. When you know, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
What about liking their Instagram post?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I had to shut someone down this year for that.
Yeah.
And they tried to argue with me otherwise, and we had a whole debate on it, but absolutely.
Yeah.
well, okay, but what if my sister is a swimsuit model and I like her picture?
Well, that's
That's
your
your
sister.
sister.
Okay,
That's
just wanna make
different.
I hope
sure.
you're not cheating
If,
with your
let's say-
sister.
No, but it's not cheating. Okay, but so
another conversation.
What if she's ugly?
It
No.
doesn't matter,
It
because let me
does.
tell you why. No, it does. It doesn't. I mean, well, okay.
No.
Let me break this down. If, let's say I'm talking with you, right? And like a couple months into us talking, I see you're following girls, multiple girls. You could be telling me, oh, like, I just spent it with a group of friends, like, just out, just being a nice guy. You're playing like nice guy card with me right now, right? But if I see the type of girl, if I'm looking at her page and I could tell, okay, like, she's posting her bikini shots, her body, like her body really bodying, and that's great for her.
Or her Bible study meetings. Yeah,
Bible study.
If her body's really bodying in those photos and you're under the likes, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Yeah.
So it's the picture
like-
that's the problem.
We're ugly,
End of
pretty.
discussion,
It
like-
doesn't matter if it's
It doesn't matter.
So it's only
the
the
person you like. Then
but it's only like the bikini. It's only like
Not
the,
only that, if you're in their likes and I don't see you in mine when I'm posting, that's a problem.
How
Right.
much attention do you have to pay to Instagram to know this stuff?
So when you're in a,
I mean,
when
girls
you're in a
do it.
relationship,
Damn,
I'm
like,
gonna tell you something,
this is-
girls. If you got a girl and you're talking to her on a regular, she is definitely checking your following. She is checking those posts, especially if the girl is extremely attractive and she's beautiful and such. Like, you best believe she's checking.
Jazz, when you're in a relationship, do you still post sexy posts?
Yeah, of course I do.
Wow, look at
Of course I do. Of course,
So
but
you-
here's
so
the
you
thing.
can
Okay, but
accept-
here's
you
my
can
thing.
accept-
Of course there's a difference. Of
No,
course
but
there's a
here's my
difference.
You
thing.
can
I'm
accept
taking
likes,
them,
but you can accept likes.
But here's
I
my
can't.
thing.
I can't.
Here's my thing. Okay, I do this because my job. I am
Oh
actually
my God.
no, because Liz, I'm signed to one of the top agencies, like in the world. Okay, this is actually how I make my money.
So I can't
On every
like posts, but you
casting-
can get likes on,
on
your
every
post.
on every casting that I'm submitted to, they ask for my social media handles. So it is really a part of my job to not only be posting consistently full body, because castings will ask for that. They
For-
want to see your full body.
They want to see how many likes you get.
Yeah. You
They
know,
don't,
you,
no, they don't really care about that.
you
But-
do you do know that you chose your job, right?
Yeah, of
Like, you
course.
chose this job.
Of course, and I'm not complaining about that. But I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm not trying to come off biased or anything. But it's very different if like I have to do this for my career, and this is my portfolio that I set up. My page is my portfolio. If there are girls who, let's say, got OnlyFans, right? And you're like liking their photos, that's a little different. You can't really tell me otherwise.
But you can have an OnlyFans though.
I don't have one.
No, not but
I
but
don't
you
have
can.
one.
But regardless-
under your rules, that would be
And just to be clear too, I don't post necessarily provocative photos on my page either. Like, I don't post my butt or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
But regardless, like if that was her job before, the man knows coming in that that's what she's already doing and about.
That's what I'm
and so he's
saying.
gonna have to adjust to that. And if he's not okay with that, then he's gotta go
Why
somewhere
do people
else.
cheat?
they cheat. It could be for a couple reasons. One, a man can definitely cheat out of insecurity. That could be debated, maybe not, but there
see
are
how we
men
went
who
directly to
definitely
men,
can.
right? We see how we went directly to men cheating, right?
Well,
that's not the
that's in
question.
her experience.
That isn't the
That's
question.
from my experience. They
Let her talk,
definitely
let
can
her
cheat
talk.
out of insecurity for one. Two, they could cheat if they're not receiving any sexual desires met out of that relationship, of course. Three, they could cheat out of not getting emotional support out of that relationship. And you would be surprised at how many people do that for that reason the most. Actually, especially when it comes to couples who are together for long periods of time, they solely do it not really for sex. They do it for emotional connections with someone else. I think those are top three.
Howie?
Yeah, I really just think it's based on whatever you're lacking in yourself or in your relationship. So
Yep.
there's some, if you don't have
It means someone
this
is lacking.
part-
Exactly.
Yeah, if there's not this factor in your relationship, you're gonna go find it elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the category is, that's what we do in life. That's what we do in friendships. Well, that's why
Or, I mean, yeah, what it also could mean is the person who is cheating, what also tends to happen is that person doesn't have it together. They could be going through something that they're not expressing to you, and they simply don't want to express to you. And that's also out of an insecurity. So, like, there's men who go out to cheat because they just need the validation, and because they need that because whatever is going on with them, they're not feeling okay with themselves, whether it's their career or it's their personal life, where they are feeling that validation. So they need that.
What about when women cheat?
that's regarding women too.
When women cheat, it will always, 99% of the time, it will be emotional cheating. Like, they do it because they end up caring about somebody else.
Yeah, I think it's for the same reason, whether it's men
Yeah.
or women. It's just what they
Yeah.
lack. It could be
Yeah.
sexual too.
Yeah.
But so like the idea that
The attention, too.
The idea that because you're lacking something, that's why people go out and cheat is so insane to me. I'm not saying that it's not true. That is very true. But I think that is a wild thought to have, because if I go to some
You
place
think
or
what is
someone,
wild? You think what is
I
wild?
think it's wild that if you're not getting what you want from your partner in a relationship, that you think it's not you, but just that it's acceptable to go out and cheat. Then,
Right.
oh well, you're not getting what you
it's
want.
not.
No,
But it's
how about-
common.
no,
It's
but
a
how
lack
about
of maturity.
Just because it's traditional doesn't mean that that's the right thing to do.
Of course,
you
of
should
course
just
not.
leave.
Of course not.
Oh, absolutely.
But
we
not
don't.
every
They
person
don't.
Nobody does
has
Because they
that.
think, we have this bond, we have this connection.
Well, you
for
can't.
that.
No,
Not
no, but
yet,
that's why you
but
went.
like-
Selfish.
But that's why you went and cheated because you don't have
Right.
the bond.
Right.
Because you don't have the connection.
That's not true.
Right. Well,
I don't
yeah,
think that's true.
yeah.
It could be. No.
So the answer for me, my answer is opportunity. That is why people cheat, is because they have the opportunity to. Like it is
too.
never like to think that like every man can just go out and decide to cheat is crazy.
I
right?
mean,
Like,
we can't sit here and say, because there's many couples, even in the media, that we see where there's somebody that ends up cheating, right? And we can't really sit back and say when these couples have been with each other for years that it's because they don't have a connection. Because if they've been together for that long to begin with, and some of these couples do end up like having children and having families, we can't sit back and say that. I don't think that would be.
once you decide to go cheat, the
True.
connection's over. You cheat because you are not feeling that same connection that you had before. So now you don't have the connection anymore. So you go out and cheat. It doesn't make sense because you should just leave the situation. And if you have kids, I understand that it's harder. Or also, you should just suck it up, and you should go in the other room and be mad for a second. Like that's the part that we're not doing in this day and age, where there's no heartbreak anymore. There's no doing anything wrong anymore without just the person leaving.
And that's
agree.
a
Right?
great
So, you know what I'm
answer.
saying?
That's a
Like-
great
Yeah.
answer for a man to have that most men just don't have.
How do you feel
Yeah.
about gold diggers?
I mean, they're out there.
In what sense, though? That's a wide,
They're
vast
out there,
question.
like-
It's simple.
Nah, but if
How
you're
do
a
I
gold
feel
digger,
about it?
that's there's no.
I feel like when it comes to a gold digger, I'm always trying to understand people. I'm always trying to understand why they are the way that they are. And if I was able to know a person's personal story first, that would help me before going ahead and judging them. So for example, if there's a woman who, let's say, came up rough, like came up like out the mud, watched her, maybe had a single mother raise her, father wasn't there, and that's majority of America. I mean, I'm gonna be real, is mostly single mothers out here raising these children. It's a high percentage. So let's say this woman is really struggling, came up with nothing, doesn't know anything but to hustle. And she probably saw that watching the woman that raised her. There is going to be a very high chance where she is going to do the same because she doesn't want to not only continue reliving that cycle that she has lived growing up, but she doesn't want that for her kids now. That's the one thing.
So then,
that
why
a
would she do
woman-
the same thing?
Why would she do what?
Why would she do the same thing if she doesn't want the same for her kids? Like it's got to be.
Why would she do?
Why would she do the same thing her parents did or her mother did?
Because
Like,
she doesn't know anything else.
You gotta learn. Like you gotta
But-
learn. The world does not owe you understanding.
You can't really expect for someone to learn if that was all that they've not only ever known, but all that they've ever been taught. And that's also a problem with our generation, is not understanding, not being able to understand other individuals, because not everyone is going to come up the way that you did or the way that I did.
Yeah, no, I agree with
And
that.
that's just
but
something, that's just awareness for us who can understand that, to, sit back, analyze, and be like, okay, can I really sit back and be like, well, this person is this, and that.
I think there's
and,
enough information out there now to not have to just be like, well, I didn't get taught this, so like that's not an excuse anymore. Like it used to be because you didn't have the information, but now you can Google anything. You can Google how to do anything.
But those
Like-
traumatized
It just-
people aren't Googling. They aren't
Exactly.
bettering themselves.
There are people who have
I
different.
agree with you.
Yeah,
I'm
they
just
have
saying.
no
I'm just saying it's on
different
them.
experience. It's still on
experiences
them.
because they deal with different traumas, and not everyone also has that mental strength. There are very, very few people in this world who have that, period. And the very few people who do are the ones that we see their success stories, of course. But like, that's not going, it's not a realistic answer to sit here and say, that we could overturn so many people as such overnight.
No,
What?
I didn't say overnight, but I said you have to do the work.
Right,
Absolutely,
but you're saying
you.
but you're
Like,
saying because today now we have technology and we see, so many different answers to solutions that we quote unquote are looking for. And yes, like our generation has definitely advanced as far as doing that, but like it's just we can't expect that.
What's your favorite position?
Well, I'm a lover, so I love the traditional way. Yeah. Okay, what's yours?
I like standing doggy style for sure.
Oh, that's crazy.
Or like maybe put you up against the wall.
You're
pick
smiling
you
way
up.
too hard back there.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get a little choking in there. Let's get some. Like, let's have some fun. Let's like not just.
I heard
have
standing was like
sex.
hard though.
Yeah. All right. Let's do the hard stuff.
He's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm up for the challenge.
wow,
For sure.
that's crazy.
Yeah. I guess on top.
Okay. Say it loud and proud.
Say it like you mean it.
She's like, well,
So next question.
Diddy.
whoa, can't talk about
Oh.
that. Can't talk about that.
Kanye West.
Why not?
I could talk about Kanye.
Kanye West. Let's go.
What in specific? There's a lot of
Whatever your
Kanye.
opinions
First thing
are.
that comes to mind.
First thing that comes to mind. 1, 2, 3, go.
chaotic but amazing, incredible music. Great legacy musically.
Scares me.
Yeah. Mentally ill.
I don't know what's going on with him.
Kanye is not crazy.
I don't think he's crazy at all either. I just think he's misunderstood. He has so many different ideas that most people could never comprehend. And
Yeah.
most people could never understand.
I think we just don't like the way it's relayed to us,
But that's
Yeah.
the
Like,
thing. His ideas can't relate to us. That's why we can't understand
Yeah.
them.
He's in another universe.
He's in another. He's not even here. He's
Well,
not even
see,
here.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. I think that's almost a little bit of a cop out, right? Like
To a
'cause
degree,
I
I
feel
think-
like I completely understand Kanye, but I don't feel like he's. That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like he's so out there. I don't feel like he's like out of this world. I feel like there's a lot of
Yeah.
people that disagree with him.
Kim
for sure.
Kardashian.
boss came up. Honestly, applaud to her because I think the way I was just telling my friends about this. The new season that came out, I don't think any of you guys have seen it.
Why would we?
Yeah, exactly. But I think the way and where she started versus her focus on business and her pursuits currently is truly, I think, really impressive. I think it's really impressive. She's got her hand in multiple bowls and she is just making it happen. I think I don't really have much bad to say about her at all.
Yeah. In terms of business and the things that she's done, it's very impressive, and shout out to her for getting all the opportunity. As a person, I don't know what goes behind the scenes. I've seen some things, and
That's the
kudos
real
to her. But I'm
answer.
gonna stay out of the way. Like
That's
I wouldn't
the
be her.
real
I don't think
answer.
I'd be her friend. That's for sure.
Kim Kardashian
I wouldn't be her
is-
friend. I wouldn't be friends with her family.
Kim Kardashian is talentless. She does.
I don't care if she's
I don't
talentless.
She
think
does
that
The
at all.
fact that,
absolutely nothing. There's
I don't think
nothing
that at
that
all.
But
she
she's a
brings.
businesswoman.
But that's amazing
Okay.
how like
But
you're
she's a
gonna
When you
sit here
start-
and
when-
say
when the
that
finish
she's
line is here
talentless. This
and you
woman's
start
a
right here,
billionaire.
like,
It doesn't.
yeah, she started as a millionaire.
You know how
so
many-
it's really not that hard,
You
right?
don't
Like
have
her
to be a
father.
performer to be billionaire. You can. She's
Not-
a businesswoman.
Not
She is famous.
necessarily.
She's her is her business.
Why is she famous?
First of all, she was actually not a millionaire. Her
Why is she
father's
famous?
career was very successful, but she was a closet organizer.
Yeah,
she was not a
She
millionaire.
grew up as her father, Robert Kardashian, was like one of the most famous lawyers ever.
Yeah.
she grew
But
up
they were
just
bankrupt
fine.
when he died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bankrupt does not mean you don't have money. Bankrupt does not mean you don't have money. So
it doesn't mean you starting at the top like that
She does-
yes, it
necessarily
does.
either.
She
Yes, the
definitely
fact that
had-
you can even claim bankruptcy
Yeah, she
means you're
definitely
at
had
a
the
different level.
connections.
So yeah, the
She
connections
had
are
the
in her family.
opportunity,
She
she
was
had the
just
family.
born.
But-
She is famous because she fucked Ray J
Her
on camera.
Okay, but
family.
what
That
she
is
did
why
with
she's
that?
famous.
Who else is
what
doing
she
that?
did with that? Oh
Who-
my God!
look what she
Everybody
built for
now,
herself.
yeah, OnlyFans. Everybody's doing it now. So she paved the way for
But look at her
for
brother.
everybody.
What's he doing? from her class.
That's
What's
true.
you know what?
He's
Like
trash.
look
He's
at all
terrible.
of
He
them.
sucks. Her brother?
The brother,
Yeah, what
Well,
does
I'm
he do?
just saying
I
that
don't
he
know.
had the same
I mean,
opportunities.
he's taken care of in
Yeah, that's
some
a
way
good
by the
example.
family.
That's a good example of not of squandering your opportunities.
Well, I'm just
you
saying,
have
but
every
she's a boss.
opportunity.
She's
Okay,
like
but yeah,
a
for real, let's look at
businesswoman.
this. This woman has, she's got a clothing line. She's got a skincare line. She's just partnered with the NBA, which, if you don't know, that is a $1 billion business in itself. As being an endorsement.
Yeah, let's cut because you know
Cut,
I'm about
good
to
job,
go crazy
guys.
about the NBA.